Composting is now on the menu in Seattle. The mayor just signed a controversial new law. It fines people for throwing away their food scraps. Ben Tracy shows us why garbage trucks may start to feel more like police cars.
Ted Varell is a machine. He's been a sanitation worker in Seattle for more than 36 years and collects up to 1,000 garbage cans every day. Back in 1978, when you started doing this, were things a little different?
We didn't have recycling. Everything was garbage in the old days.
These days, almost nothing is garbage in Seattle. There's recycling and yard waste and food scraps. The garbage can is the smallest one on the street. Seattle will now start fining people who throw food in the trash rather than the compost bin.
All food waste goes in there now. All meats, dairies, the works goes in there.
Hans Van Duzen oversees garbage collection here. Seattle recycles 55% of its garbage but wants to hit 60%. So as of next summer, businesses throwing food in the trash can be fined up to $50 and single-family homes $1 per violation. If you're really trying to incentivize people to do this, why is the fine only $1?
We're not looking to make a lot of money or any revenue off it. It's just to make the rules clear so everybody can help us save resources.
Food scraps that end up in the trash end up in landfills. They rot and create methane, a potent greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming. About 35 million tons of food waste is generated in the U.S. each year, but only 5% is composted and turned into fertilizer. The problem is Seattle's plan will turn trash collectors into trash cops. Do you have anybody calling you and saying this is a dumb idea, or are people on board?
People really want this. That's not to say everybody's on board. Certainly some people think maybe it's a step too far.
People like Todd Myers, who heads a conservative think tank in Seattle.
This is just sort of the next step in what Seattle does.
Myers says the city is wasting $400,000 on educating residents about the new trash law.
The cost far outweighs the environmental benefits. When you have to enforce more and more and more, it shows that people don't want to do it, and it's not the best solution.
But city officials say Seattle is an environmental leader, the Emerald City that can never be too green. For CBS This Morning, Ben Tracy, Seattle.
I think that's a great story because it says a lot about how to deal with our trash. And I think composting is a good idea, but how do you do it in a city?
You know what it says to me is that if people apply a bit of creativity, they can make the situation a lot better.
And their commitment to making it better. Go Seattle.